Vanessa, why are you pacing like that? You're as nervous as a cat. Father seemed very well this morning.
Yes, didn't he? I'm so glad he's coming home.
Are you going to see him again today?
Yes, later. Nola, darling, why don't you go right now to the hospital and see Daddy? I know he'd love to see you, and that way Quentin and I can take the later shift.
Well, I'm going to see Henry later, but right now I'm waiting to have lunch with my mom.
Oh, Bee's coming here for lunch?
As a matter of fact, she is.
Well, I don't suppose it matters. I won't be here. I've got something more important to tend to.
That's why I didn't invite you.
Darling, why don't you go discuss the menu with the cook?
Jane's making stew.
Stew? Well, in that case, you really should go and talk to Cook. Poor darling, I'm sure her nose is out of joint with Jane taking over.
It's Cook's day off.
I get the hint. I'll talk to you later.
All right, Vanessa, what is it? It's obvious that you didn't want Nola in here.
I need your help. It's urgent.
Why, is it something to do with Father?
No. Well, yes, in a way it is. You've got to go with me to see Alan Spaulding today, right now.
Why?
Because you have to help me convince him to hire me as executive vice presidency of Spaulding.
Well, wait a minute. Is Alan expecting us?
No, of course not. I wouldn't make an appointment with me. He wouldn't agree to see me.
Vanessa, I don't think this is something you should jump into.
I didn't just jump into this. I've given this matter a great deal of thought. Was up most of last night thinking about it.
Vanessa, the executive vice presidency at Spaulding Enterprises is an important position. What makes you think Alan will just give it to you?
He's got to.
Why?
Because I already told Billy Lewis that I have the job.
What on earth possessed you to say something like that to Billy Lewis?
Oh, for heaven's sakes, it's immaterial why I did it. The point is, I did it.
Without even talking to Alan first?
Well, I couldn't. I didn't have the chance.
Oh, it's because of Billy Lewis you did this thing, hmm?
Darling, now don't forget something. It was your idea. Right here in this very room you suggested it.
Oh, yes, but I assumed that you would go about it in a more logical fashion.
I have got to get that job.
Oh, but Vanessa...
Oh, Quentin, please. Please, I need your help.
What do you expect me to do about it? I can't force Alan to give you the job.
Yes, you can. I mean, you and I can.
How?
You and I and Daddy own a controlling interest in Spaulding Enterprises.
What if Alan refuses to go along?
He won't. He can't.
As long as I agree.
Yes. Oh, you will, won't you? Please.
But why is it I feel I'm being maneuvered here?
You are being maneuvered. But it's for your own good. And it's for Daddy's good and my good. Somebody has to look after our interests in Spaulding, and Alan certainly is not going to.
You've really gotten yourself into a mess this time, haven't you, Vanessa?
Yes, I have. But it's nothing that you can't get me out of. Oh, please, you will, won't you?
All right. On one condition.
Anything.
Nola is still hurting from that tongue lashing that you gave her and Bea the night of Father's heart attack.
Oh, well, I already explained that. I was under a great deal of stress at the time.
We all were, Vanessa.
Well, I was a little bit unreasonable.
When it comes to Nola and her family, you behave that way quite frequently.
Well, what do you expect, for heaven's sakes? Nola's upbringing and background totally different from mine. I mean, you can't expect me to ignore the essential things in life like that.
That is exactly what I expect you to do. Now, if I go along and help you get this job, you have to promise to be nice to Nola. No matter what she says or does, not one harsh word from you, and you are not to raise your voice in the slightest. Is that understood?
That's impossible.
Oh, it's not impossible, Vanessa.
No matter what she says or does?
Not one harsh word.
Quentin, you're being absolutely ridiculous. You can't expect me to change my feelings about Nola overnight.
Well, that just depends on how badly you want this job. Do we have a deal?
Well, I guess we have a deal.
It's not so terrible, Vanessa.
Oh, it is. Toughest deal I've ever made in my life.
Well, let's say you and I go and pay a little visit on Alan Spaulding, hmm?
Oh, I can barely believe it. The great Alan Spaulding vanquished just like that, with incredible ease.
That's a little too incredible, if you ask me.
Don't be cynical. You spoil the whole thing. Drink?
No, thank you.
You know, for a moment there, you had me worried. You were asking all those silly questions. I thought you were going to ruin everything.
Couldn't have ruined everything. Ellen was forced to do that.
Yes, he was forced to. He didn't have a choice.
Well, don't you think it's rather odd that he didn't put up any kind of fight?
No. Never underestimate the power of the Chamberlains. That's what I say.
Nor the Spauldings.
And I'm sure Alan just gave me that job because he thinks I'm going to be a pushover. But he's going to have another think coming. Him and Billy.
Vanessa, I hope your motivation behind getting this job was more than to get back at Billy Lewis.
Well, heavens, yes, I was thinking of Daddy.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yes. Daddy would be very proud of us if he'd seen the way we outmaneuvered Alan.
I'm sure. But I think we ought to hold off telling him.
Nonsense. This news is going to be the best tonic imaginable for his heart, believe me.
Let's break it to him gradually, as he gets better, all right?
No. He's going to rest much more comfortably knowing that someone is looking after his interests at Spaulding.
Oh, hi. I thought I heard voices in here.
Hi.
Hi. Where you been?
Oh, we were just taking care of some business.
Oh.
Well, how was your lunch with Bea?
Is she got... Did I miss Bea?
As a matter of fact, you did.
Oh, what a pity. Well, that's all right. We'll just have to ask her for dinner one of these nights when Daddy's back from the hospital. I know he'd love to see her.
Well, you know what? I was thinking, actually, of just having a dinner, a big dinner party, actually, and having a bunch of my friends over.
Your friends?
Yeah, well, Full Hillary, Josh, they're going out now. They have been for a little while. Tony and Annabelle, of course. Let me see, who else have I left out here? Oh, Kelly and that new roommate of his, Dr. Ramsey. Oh, I hope you don't mind about...
You know it's fine with me, Nola.
Okay.
And it's just lovely with me. Now, I can't think of anything nicer than a house full of your friends. Why don't you let me help with the arrangements?
Perhaps you could make the announcement at the party.
What announcement?
Vanessa's just been made executive vice president of Spaulding Enterprises. That's where we were this afternoon.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
You mean you're actually going to get a job?
Yes, I am. What's so surprising about that?
Oh, I don't know. I guess, Vanessa, you know, I just never really thought of you in being a working girl, I guess.
Well, I guess you're just going to have to revise your opinion. As of tomorrow, I will officially be a working girl.
Well, did this idea just sort of pop up?
Didn't just pop up. I've been thinking about it for a long, long time. In fact, it was Quentin's idea in the first place.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. Vanessa will be very good at this job. She promised me she would.
I'm sure. What about Alan Spaulding? Did he just sort of go along with this? Or?
Heavens, no. We had to persuade him, Quentin and I.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm getting kind of hungry. I think I'll go get myself something to eat now.
Oh, I think Vanessa would be glad to get you
Oh,
something.
Quentin.
What would you like, dear?
I don't know. Can't think of anything right. I don't know.
Well, I'll just
hungry.
Up a smorgasbord. How about that?
Oh, that sounds great. She's gonna try to poison me. No, I'm serious. Oh, that looks wonderful. I think I'll just have a carrot stick, thanks.
You know, perhaps we could put off our dinner party for a few days, until Vanessa gets adjusted to her job, especially if she's going to help plan it and everything.
I think it's a wonderful idea. I think we should put it off for a few weeks.
Actually, I was thinking that we should do it right now. I really don't want to wait. We'll do it before you start your new job.
Well, I'd love to, dear, but, oh, my, it's getting late. I really should go to the hospital. I promised I'd see Daddy.
I will tell him I'll be in to see him later.
Oh, I will. I'll give him your love, and please give my regards to Bea.
Oh, I will.
Bye.
Well? Did you hear that? Did you hear what she's saying? I think something's wrong with her. I think she maybe needs help. I think this father's illness has gone to her head.
In what way?
The way she's acting.
Oh.
She's nice.
What's so strange about that?
To me, it's just not like her. It's just not
Well,
like her.
perhaps she's exuberant about her new job.
Well, I don't care what it is. It's just making me very nervous.
I think Vanessa's turned over a new leaf. Enjoy it, Nola.
Oh, yeah.
I need him.
Sounds like you got your wish.
Over here. Oh, okay. Now be careful now.
Daddy! I've been waiting for this dinner for so long.
Doesn't he look wonderful?
Yes, great. Yes.
Turn it
Please, Mr. Chamberlain, your father is in a very delicate condition.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Miss Holloway. I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look.
Oh, my, what is this?
Well, Miss Chamberlain thought it would be a nice idea to drink a toast to your homecoming.
Well, it's a wonderful idea. How thoughtful, darling.
Mr. Chamberlain may not have any champagne.
Of course he may. And that's why, if you'll notice, there's a glass of seltzer water, salt-free, right there.
Oh,
Here you are, darling.
Thank you.
You don't think the limes will hurt him any, do you?
Miss Holloway, I'm on duty.
I'm not. I'll take them.
May I propose the first toast?
Sure.
Of course you may.
To my dear children. No, I should be standing for this one.
No!
Very well. To my dear children. Vanessa, Nola, Quentin. No man has ever been more blessed. And I thank God I'm back here with you.
Cheers.
Yes, cheers.
Mr. Chamberlain should be in bed now.
No, I feel as if I just got home.
Oh, I was hoping that you could have dinner with us.
Oh.
That's ridiculous. We need all the rest we can get. I'll see to his dinner myself.
Nurse, you don't have to concern yourself. The hospital sent over a detailed menu for Daddy, and Cook is perfectly capable of following it to the letter.
And I really would like to dine with my children.
What we'd like is not always what we should do.
Oh.
Certainly, we have a responsibility to get well. It's time for bed.
Oh, Miss Holloway, are you suggesting that we should go to bed?
Touche.
All right. There's nothing like having your jokes fall flat to make you tired.
Oh, I'm going to come with you, darling. Make sure you're comfortable.
Thank
I
you,
can
dear.
see to that.
Not the way I can.
Well, goodbye. Bye. See you after dinner.
Okay, yeah, we'll come up and say goodnight.
And I'd like to see Anastasia first thing in the morning.
Who is Anastasia? The baby. A child?
Oh, but don't worry, nurse. We keep her sedated and chained to her bed.
No. I missed you. I've missed all of you. You keep me young.
Come along now.
Bye.
See you later.
Nola, where did you get her?
Well, I didn't hire her. The hospital sent her over. I don't know.
Hospital sent her over?
Well, yeah, I didn't have it.
I'm going to go
check.
on Stacy before dinner. She's making a drawing for Mr. Chamberlain for homecoming.
Oh. Well, sure is nice having Henry home, isn't it?
Yes, it certainly is.
You know, you've been awfully quiet this evening.
Oh?
Yeah, something bothering you?
Well, I was hoping you hadn't noticed.
Well, look, you're just worried about your father. I know that.
Actually, I'm concerned about you.